And then Sawyer goes out and throws stuff. Is that the South model? Well, how long have you been doing track?
Oh, this is my first year.
Well, that's why I was asking. So both of you are eighth graders, and both of you are. This is your first year doing track. What is it that made you decide you want to come out and do track this year?
I don't know. My mom said I should.
You gotta come up with a better story. My mom said I had to.
Coach Johnson asked me.
Coach Johnson, well, that's better than my mom. Well, I'll have to ask you then. Why did your mom want you to do track?
Because she thinks I'm very fast.
Is she right? No, I gotta remind you that we're on camera. So when you nodded, so is it a little bit tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yes.
It is, but are you enjoying it?
Yes.
And are you getting faster?
I think so.
So you two actually are running the same events, and I had a chance to talk with you about a month or so ago before the season started. So I'll ask you, has it been tougher than you thought it was going to be?
Yes and no, because sometimes they put me in the fast heats for girls that are faster than me. I hate when they do that. I like being in the slow heat so I can feel faster than I really am.
But what I found is though that when you win that slow heat, then you still come in like 6th or 7th place, and so if the slow heat doesn't push you. You don't like to be.
Yeah, I do like being pushed. It makes me run faster.
Well, but I guess you discovered that there's some in this district that you guys are running in. There are a lot of this is fast. What's that? It's got to be tough. Has it been working for you? A big adjustment? I mean, you're an eighth grader, and now you've decided to come out and do track. Has it been a bit more challenging than you thought it was going to be?
Yes.
Well, but you're glad you did it.
Yeah.
And you're on air. You can admit to your mom. Was your mom right?
Yes.
You want to tell your mom she's right? I know your mom.
My mom?
Yeah, don't tell her she's right.
She's not right.
And I got to ask you because I saw you looking, y'all guys are heading. We're all going to Franklin County High School. Yeah, I'm here recruiting. We are.
I'm moving.
Are you ready?
I'm moving to Florida.
To Florida. Are you running there? For by the time you get there, you'd probably be like a junior in college. But I saw you, Brooklyn, and I asked you out in the hallway. You actually, I was excited to see you at the cheer the cheer signups. Listen, next week is going to be the cheer tryouts for Franklin County High School. You excited about that?
Yes.
Now you've cheered all 3 years.
Yeah.
At the Hero at South. Did your mom tell you had to cheer at high school too?
No.
She did. So you're doing that just because you want to?
Yes.
Well, good. Well, there are only, I think I told you this when I saw you cheer. There's only 2 girls on the cheer squad from South. And I know their dad really well. Love that guy. But we're so excited to see y'all have them up there. So I'll ask you, Mark, because this is your first year doing everything. So this is your first year doing football, basketball, and track. Which of the 3 sports has been the most challenging for you?
Say football, because most people play more than me, they know any game. I was hard for it's fascinating.
Well, now you did a really good job. How many touchdowns did you have this year?
Over 18, I think.
18 touchdowns? It's an exaggeration.
He done all right, I guess.
Well, you were there cheering him on. He did a really good job, didn't you?
I gave him water.
Did you? Oh, that's right. Keep forgetting. What do you call yourselves? We don't call ourselves water boys or anything anymore. Are you a hydration technician?
I was a supporter.
I forgot to you. That's awesome. And you were there cheering on the sidelines. So that's fun. So the 3 of you are eighth graders. You both Franklin County High School. Are you excited to get to continue cheering one another on as you go on to the next level?
Yes.
We're still going to cheer. Even though he shook his head when I asked you if you were fast. Well, I'll ask you, but what are you doing to get faster?
Just practicing.
Right. What if? Do you think fast thoughts?
I guess so.
Now, so I assume you run the same bits. You two probably practice against one another. What are you doing to push each other to get a little faster? Against one another. What are you?
We don't really go against each other that much.
Are you running in practice? Do you kind of try to push each other to outrun the other person?
Kind
I don't even remember running against you at practice.
You know, see that?
They do a little bit.
Really? And you go out there and show my stuff.
I have to race Jamari.
Yeah, tomorrow in the relay.
Maybe I'll be beating them.
Course.
That's because they get the baton faster than I.
I'm surprised.
So,
No, he's more.
so this South Media Day is going to turn into an interesting meet. We're going to put together a meet where we come out and you two can race against each other.
Please don't.
You're going to cheer. Bentley's going to race his dad. Sawyer's going to try to outthrow his dad. So in the meantime, I'll probably be in trouble because my wife will be yelling at me in front of all of you. So that sounds like a good time, right? See y'all Saturday.
Yeah.
But thank you all for sitting in with me. I appreciate that. Go get some more pictures made. Have a great time. And as always, we appreciate you guys inviting us over here for media then. So good luck for the rest of the way. You're going 2 meets in Brooklyn. You still got a lot of fun now. Go get faster.
Yeah.
Can't let Jamari ever in you, okay? I'm counting on you.
Okay.
I'll trip him at the next meet. Thank y'all for sitting in. We've got more folks coming on. We got 2 more. Come on in. Once again, you are tuned in. Hello, Andrew Woodcock's way in. Hello, Andrew. We're bringing him in. We're having a great time out here. Once again, I want to thank Dr. Tara Brewer, the principal out here at South, for inviting us out. I want to thank Dawson, the rest of the assistant principal, athletic director, and of course, all the coaches that have invited us out. Who have I got with me now? Hello, of course, Kylie. Who else we got?
Sarah.
I know, sir. We're related. Didn't we find out we were related last time we were talking?
Yeah.
Wow. So you look almost as proud to find that out now as you were back then. That's terrible. Well, I'm going to ask you, ladies. I got a chance to say it now for a few weeks ago now. It's before the season started. So we're 2 weeks in. And I'll ask you first, Scotty. So how's your season going so far? Are you where you want to be? Are you putting up the marks you were hoping to put up?
Guess so.
That can always be better. How are you on your PRs?
This year I was 7. Last year I was 7.
So you're close. You still got some work to do. We've got to try. We've never done this at school before, so I'm getting all these school text messages while I'm sitting talking to. All right, Sarah, cousin who won't play me. Sorry, you can make sure everybody knows that it's just by marriage. So, how is your season going so far?
It's okay. I mean, I could do better, but like, I don't know. It's okay.
Well, where are you as far as your PRs, as far as your personal goals so far this season?
Nothing close to what I had last year, but I'm getting there, like one step at a time. So
Somebody else jumped in here.
I did.
But tell us who I'm talking to.
You're talking to the famous Lulu.
The famous Lulu. Another sprinter.
Yep, there's a lot of us.
What events is it that you did?
I do the 4x1, the 4x2, and the 200 flat.
So you're an individual on the 200,
Yes.
and you do the 200 and the 100 during the sprint meets.
Yes.
So I'll ask you, is it more fun to do the individual relays, or do you like
The relays are so much more motivating when you have other people there doing it with you.
well, what's the scariest part of the running relay?
Runner relay is definitely passing the baton, because if you drop it, then you let down your whole relay team.
Well, I'll ask you, as a relay person, which leg do you?
I run second leg, so I receive the baton in my left hand.
So is there more pressure on the middle runners, you think?
I think so, because the first just has to pass it and doesn't have to receive it, and then the last one just has to receive the baton.
Now, the last one also is
The anchor, which she or he has to pull us back
they
in.
either have to catch up or they have to hold the lead. So that's a lot of fun. How was your season this year?
It's going pretty good, but last year I did end up breaking my ankle, so I'm having major ankle problems.
So, what are you doing to take care of it?
I'm doing magnesium soaks. I went to the doctor or something for sports injuries, and they said that I have a stress fracture, but I'm still running.
So you tell your boys on the team.
Oh, for sure. They suck.
You can't say Don't say that. God, he looked around a little bit on that last comment. So kind of let me ask you, what is it? You're an eighth grader. Is that right? And so this is the last season. What is it that you want to accomplish this year before the season?
I want it. Gain my
Well, I'll ask you because I'm not sure is that, and when you say you got to get 5 more, is that's not crazy, right? That's actually cheap.
yeah.
So what's you're within 5, so you're pretty close.
I think I'm pretty close. I just gotta get stronger.
So what are we doing to get stronger?
I'll work out at home.
Yeah, lift your dad.
Yeah.
He's a big. I can't even. It's a big. I know he's been a big help for you. Is that one of the biggest influences? Or
Yeah, he's
you see, you help a lot with your technique,
yes.
and so do you throw a lot, Sarah, with Tyler?
Yes.
So you two push each other pretty good. How close are you to the school record?
30 feet.
That's but I guess how close are you to your person? 20. Because here's one of the things that I really enjoy about track is that it's a team sport. That when you go to the end of the day and you're riding back home, a lot of it is about what are you individual sports do. The team may come up a little bit short, but we always push ourselves to get those PRs and get those personal records. Slew texting over there.
My mom. She's like, "Are you getting out? Do I have to pick you up for the podcast?"
Your mom's your biggest fan.
I know. No, she really is.
So you've got to, well, Shayna Adams says that's some of my babies.
Oh, yeah, she knows me.
Lulu is one of her babies.
I am.
So you are fighting through a stress fracture. So what's the game plan to keep yourself healthy to get through the season?
I have to do magnesium soaks and days that we're doing like a light practice or stuff like that. I really just don't need to push myself. But when I feel like I have to, I will. And of course, I want to save everything I have for the real me.
And that's probably hard. I guess you have to. And I would imagine when you're doing the total practice, maybe do you focus more on the technique, or are you trying to still get distances and stuff while you practice?
I think at first I just work on my footer, and then when I'm done learning, I'll try to get some distance.
So technique is the practice is probably the most important. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that right, cousin Sarah?
Yeah.
I'm going to make you play again. We didn't get along too well the last time. My wife got mad at me, so I have to give you an apology. But you're related to me on her side, so you still got me. So, but anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by. I've had a great time getting to talk to some of the track athletes. You ladies are just a couple of meets in, got a long season to go. So go get those PRs. Take care of your body. Take care of yourself. Go get those personal records. Get that school record. We'll be cheering for you, and we'll look forward to seeing you out there on the track. Y'all have a big day.
You too. Bye.
All right. So we are going to take our first break. Again, we're going to be coming right back out here. We are live on remote at South Middle School here in Calhoun, Tennessee. You are listening to the Afternoon Handoff, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9, WCVT, Winchester.
When we hear drug-endangered children, extreme situations, environments, unsecured medications, or even impaired driving, protecting children is everyone's responsibility. The Franklin County Prevention Coalition partners with schools and law enforcement to raise awareness and provide tools that keep kids safe. Because when we work together to protect our children, we are stronger together. Learn more at fcpctn.org/DAC. This project is funded under a grant contract with the State of Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services.
Spring is here, and it's time to wear it out loud at T-Shirt Spot in Tullahoma. Whether you need custom tees for your business, school, team, or just something fun for the season, T-Shirt Spot has you covered. Literally. Fresh designs, bold colors, and quality you can feel. Stop by 909 South Washington Street in Tullahoma or check them out online at tshirtspot.com. T-Shirt Spot, where your spring style starts.
Hey neighbors, this is Johnny Hand from the Afternoon Handoff on ESPN Radio Winchester. And I just want to say thank you. It's only been a couple of months since we debuted my show, and you've been so supportive and so gracious to tune in every single weekday from 2 to 4, whether you're in the car, at work, at home, or streaming us wherever you may be. And a special thank you, of course, to the incredible guests who join me on the show. Those are huge reasons that this program is as fun and as engaging as it is to our listeners and to our guests alike. Thank you for helping make the Afternoon Handoff something. And keep listening. ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester.
The Braves, Titans, Vols, and Franklin County Rebels all live right here on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester. Real talk, local pride, sports that matter here at home. This is the Afternoon Handoff with Johnny Hand, the voice of Franklin County, on ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester. Now back to Johnny.
There he is. And welcome back. It is the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand on location, South Middle School here in Calvin, Tennessee. You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT, Winchester. Head over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page. We're out here having a great time at South. We are, it's media day. So we're having a chance to get out, take some pictures and get a chance to talk to some of the athletes. And we're going to invite some coaches that I've got going up here. Jada looks a little bit nervous. I've got, they call you Coach Jay, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We've got Coach Jay here sitting in with me. The bell just rung. This is fun. We're working around classes. We're just making it happen. But Coach, you are one of the coaches here on the track team. How did that come to be this year?
Well, so I did track and field when I was in high school. I threw shot put and discus. And so like somewhere around the end of the school year, I think last year, I had gone and talked to Zayna and I talked to Coach Johnson, I think some, and I was just telling him like, hey, I did track and field in high school. I'd really like to help out. I'd love to coach and just learn all I can, learn more about the sport, learn about coaching, and get to know the kids in a different environment other than, being their school counselor. So
how's that worked out?
I really enjoy it. I love working with the kids. I love when they like reach a new PR and they're like, coach, look. Especially Sawyer. Like Sawyer Mays, his energy is always up here. If he hits a new PR, you're gonna hear him from like 2 streets over. And it's great.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch. And that's one of the things I love about track. And you don't find it till you get to middle school. And Coach Zayna and Coach what's your name again? Coach Hand have joined us. But one of the things I love about track is exactly what you talked about. It is a team sport, but uniquely so many individual facets. So you can have the team may come in third or fourth place, but you've got 5, 6 kids that have hit a PR, and that's considered a really good Saturday. So, Zayna, how did you get into coaching track?
Well, I ran track in high school. That's actually my favorite sport.
Really?
So, I'm here doing what I love now, coaching track.
But she was also incredible at basketball. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh, yeah, Coach Zayna was a bucket. Don't let her fool you.
So now I don't know. I knew I wasn't going to challenge you to a race, but now I don't want to play a game of cow either. but how are you at checkers? You're a lot younger than me. I think the original Mario part. I think I can take you on Mario World. Not telling. I'm a little bit scared. What events is it that you work with the most?
I work with sprinters.
You're the head coach for the girls team.
Yes.
And so you work so the sprints. That was your bread and butter.
Oh yes.
And so tell me a little bit about some of the athletes that you have this year. What can we expect from them? Because you're only 2 meets in, so you've got a lot of season left to go. So what are you doing to push them? What can we expect from you?
Right now we're just working on improvement.
Right.
We're working on accountability, discipline. We're taking things slowly. We're not really looking for the big win right now. We want everything to be all about improvement. So
and what is it that you how do you go about motivating? Because one of the things that I find very interesting, just a few minutes ago, I was sitting here at the table with 3 8th graders, first year on the track team.
Yeah.
So how is it that you approach? Because some of those kids are, it's got to be a lot of fun. I know I got a chance to talk with the 6th grader, little Charlie, and she's excited, and
yeah.
6th grader,
Yeah.
and there's so much there to work with. What do you do when you have these older kids that come out and they've not done this?
It's hard.
Right.
It is because it's their first year. So trying to get them motivated and trying to encourage them that they can do those things, it's hard. But so far, our coaching staff has done very well with that. We are moving forward with it. And again, improvement. It's working for us.
So you cover the sprinters. Coach Shay, you're working with the throwers.
Yes, sir.
And, what do you do?
Jumpers and distance.
Other than yell at the announcer.
Well, I work with the jumpers and the distance. And I mean, our whole team, the main thing is just teaching them techniques this year, things that really build for high school as well. Because our high school team is really good and we want to keep that strong. So we want to teach those techniques and the different skills that they need to carry on to the next level.
But I'm glad you mentioned it because I have this conversation with people a lot. Because when you think high school sports, obviously you go to Friday Night Lights and then at basketball and those things. But a lot of folks aren't aware. We have more athletes in college this year, right now, in track and field than we have in any other sport. Is that something, Coach Andy, that you use to motivate the kids when they think you're yelling at them too much?
We actually preach them a lot.
Right.
We tell them the scholarships. We see way more in track. So we're hoping that they take that and run with it.
And that's, Coach Shay, you'll appreciate this. Everybody thinks that I'm geeking out, but it's true. We have 2 pole vaulters in college this year.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, 'cause we didn't even start pole vault, I think, 3 years ago. It's a fairly new program.
Daniel Heath, pole vaults, and Shelby Walker.
Shelby Walker.
They both were on college scholarship this year. They're both in pole vaulters. So I'm afraid to try it.
Well, I remember when pole vault first became a thing because Tyson Kennerly.
Right.
Because we're not related, but we have the same cousin, and so we're related, but we're not. No, but my daddy grew up in Churchtown. And I feel like everybody from down there is related somehow. But yeah, I remember when he started, and I was like, Tyson, you're doing pole vault?
and funny story, I got behind his dad, his mom on the way to a track meet, and they had duct taped the pole inside of their car.
I remember that.
They don't collapse.
And they're like,
so I gave hard time about that. But it is amazing that they're doing that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so I got to ask you, Coach Ann, because I think this is awesome. Track is family. And my girls, one of the things that I loved when they got to middle school, they found track. I was talking to Charlie, and I saw a lot of my girls in them that they track. They're really good about taking care of each other. And I love it. There's sprinters, there's throwers, there's all these different.
It's a family. It's a family atmosphere.
So I got to ask you, Coach Ann, is it weird that a lot of the coaches on the South Track team, you taught them in 7th grade?
Oh, like the 2 that are sitting across from me. He's a little. It makes me feel a little old, but
So if they ever did anything, this is time for you.
well, actually, 3 of the coaches on our track team I've taught.
Yeah.
In 7th grade. No, yeah, it wants to bring that, but they treat me differently. I think because I was their teacher.
How is that for you?
Well, it's interesting, like working in the middle school that you went to, especially because some of your teachers are still here. Because like Miss Hand is always going to be Miss Hand. I could never fix my mouth to call you by your first name. You're always going to be Miss Hand. Same thing with Miss Wells. She's always going to be Miss Wells. Miss Andrews was here last year. She was still Miss Andrews. Yeah, Miss Saylor was still Miss Saylor. Like I can't change that in my mind.
Yeah. I get that. What was they don't have to ask you because technically she's assistant coach. You're her boss.
Oh. Yeah, she is.
And so if I were to go get a whistle, would you blow it and yell at her for me? I'm glad I didn't waste some time. Well, listen. Well, we've got folks out there that are listening, and I said track is one of those things. It's amazing watching it grow. And again, I had no concept about track, and then the girls get in sixth grade, and it's this whole different world. And I find it fascinating and love the fact that we have eighth graders. You have multiple eighth graders first year. So parents are out there listening, students are listening. What is the message that you're giving? What is track going to give to them that they may not find somewhere else?
One thing I think that's really different about track than the rest of sports, and you've mentioned this already, is that it's a team sport, but it's you against you.
Right.
And I think they surprise themselves when they get out there and they do better than they did before. I mean, we had one, Trinity Rhodes, first year ever doing track, throwing, shot put, and discus. First track meet ever. I mean, she goes out and she throws, and I think she placed fourth.
She did, yeah.
First track meet ever, placed fourth in discus. And so I think it's just like the ability to pick something up and say, I can learn this. I can do this if I continue to work at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to get better because, like, for some of them, they don't have that thing that makes them work. I know for me growing up, sports were the thing. That was the thing that made me work. School came easy for me. But sports made me work. And so it was something that, like, I could feel good because I worked at it. And that's what I feel like track is giving a lot of these kids, is something they can feel good about because they achieved something because they worked at it.
For having the support. We continue to have the support from the parents, the community.
Yeah.
I think we're doing just great. We will continue to thrive.
And I will say coaches are really big on track. And I've talked to a lot of the other South coaches, basketball, soccer, and they have really been encouraging their kids, and they want their kids to do track because it benefits all of the sports. So if you're a parent of an athlete, you should really consider your athlete participating at track. It's only going to help in whatever other sport that they love.
Absolutely. We even had a parent tell us, last week or the week before, that they've seen a huge improvement in their athlete's body control, simply because they're a thrower. And, you know, when you're doing that movement, you're doing those throwing motions, you have to have body control. It's a full body sport. And so it's just made a huge difference for that student, just that little bit. And this was his first year doing it too.
I got to ask though, because I know her answer. Is it extra special being able to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
There's some North folks out there listening, so that's one. Sorry, man.
But once a Trojan, always a Trojan.
There's some North folks.
Yes.
I have some very dear friends that are North Middle School Gators. Shout out to Coach Landon Relford. That's my dog.
We love Landon.
Text me. Oh, I sent him a picture of a guy wearing alligator boots.
We love Landon, but go Trojans, as I said. Yeah.
Go Trojans.
That's Landon.
I had a hard time because, you know, I'm the football announcer for North too. So, and this will be my 20th year coming up. So twice now, I've had the misfortune of announcing the North Middle School Gator game on my anniversary.
Oh, wow.
That didn't go well.
Yeah, that's not good. But in all fairness, you talked about my shoes earlier, Coach. I don't have my green shoes on. I've gone on to some different colors that my wife and daughter's trying their darndest to make me cool as they can with what they got to work with. But I have one North shirt. I've had it for 15 years because I only get to wear it for 30
Just the North games. That's it.
And I'm in trouble with those.
Right. Take it off in the car.
It's like that does not need to come into this household.
I have COVID flashbacks. You know, turn the shower off. That's good. But thank y'all for what you do, and thanks for sitting in with me for a few moments. And we got
baseball coming up, softball. We got some athletes. Basketball coaches are going to be here for a minute. And then the new football coach is coming to talk to you. And actually, I'm going to let you talk to some of the digital media team very briefly as well. So I got your day booked.
And I just saw I was in charge. You get that whistle. One time. I can't believe that. Who am I got going on? That Coach Jay, Jaden Van Zandt and Coach Zana, Coach Hand sitting there with me, the track coaches, some of the track coaches. And so they keep coming in. She said, I'm going to soccer. Come on over here. Julie's back in the studio, making it look like I know what I'm doing. What have I got here? This is Arrow Simmons, some Franklin County Middle School soccer. Yes. How are you doing? Good, thanks. All right, Mr. Arrow, let's talk into the microphone there. What grade are you in?
I'm in 7th grade.
7th grade. How long have you been playing soccer?
I think like 5 years.
So what is it about soccer that you enjoy?
It's just like there's a lot of people who play soccer, and I like to some of the athletes that play like Son and like Looming John, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
And like
do you play other sports as well?
I tried track, but I don't think I could do it because like I couldn't really juggle sports because like
the track and soccer happened at the same time, so that was probably pretty tough.
Yeah, like when I was doing track and soccer, like the moment I got finished with track, I had to leave track early just to go to soccer practice, and like I really didn't like doing that, so I just decided to stick with soccer.
But let me ask you something. A lot of folks, when you think about Franklin County, these last, probably 5, 8, 10 years, then soccer is one of the sports that we're kind of notable. We got a state championship with the girls. They've won multiple district championships at the high school level. The boys team has done exceptionally well as well. Is that something that you can see yourself continuing to do in high school?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to continue doing it in high school, and I'm gonna do it with my friend.
Who's your friend?
Keandre Kenner.
Yeah. So you two push each other pretty well.
Yeah, sometimes.
What position do you play in soccer?
I'm usually in midfield, left or right.
So you probably already know this. I don't know about soccer. Is that a position you get to score some goals?
Yeah.
Have you scored some goals?
No, not yet.
Not yet. But you're going to.
Yeah.
How is you got your season just started? Correct. So you've only played a couple of matches already. How are y'all doing?
The varsity team's doing pretty good, but the JV team's not that good. We're like learning.
Well, that's what it's all about. And I tell people that a lot. When you get into middle school, you have to be really careful because everybody wants to win. But at this age, it's a lot about learning technique and learning a lot of the skills that you need. So as you get older, that kind of gets you ready for high school. So you do plan to continue playing the skills that you need.
Yes.
So, well, are there any other sports that you do?
I did play basketball. I didn't have once. When I tried to sign up, there wasn't anybody directly. It was just school teams. Things happened, so I just didn't do it.
Gotcha. So have you been here at South? Well, where'd you go to elementary school?
I went to elementary school at Robin.
Did you? Yeah. Yes. Well, how do you like the South?
I'm liking South a whole lot.
I'm a big South fan. Well, I want to ask you because one of the things that's unique with soccer is it's one of the sports that North and South. Yeah. So how is it to be in a sport where you have North and South together? Everybody gets along great, all push each other well. You meet a lot more friends, new people. Yeah.
So you just try to be nice to people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to be nice and like make a lot of friends.
Well, and that's worked out really well.
Yeah.
I mean, the soccer guys are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about soccer?
Like dribbling.
Dribbling. What do you do to practice to get better at dribbling? It's just something you do at the house all the time. You drive the folks crazy.
Yeah, like go outside in front of my grandma's driveway, in my grandma's driveway,
right. And
just like do kick-ups where you kick the ball into the air can be.
And now you're getting a lot better by doing that?
Yeah. I've been trying to perfect something that I had no idea how to do, like the rainbow flick. I didn't understand it really. I just put it between my legs and just have it flick. When I jump, but now I kind of figured it out because like when I first started, my friend showed me how to do it correctly, but like I kept messing up and like kicking it down instead of kicking it up. Now I know how to because you like get the ball between your legs and then you pull it up behind it and you know it right up.
But one of the things that I've learned that a lot of people probably have a misunderstanding about soccer, you're not just out there running around in circles and trying to kick the ball. There's a lot of technique and a lot of skill involved. What is it that now that you're playing soccer at the middle school level and it's a lot more competitive, what is it about soccer that has been the most challenging? Bullshit. You know, which one of those have you got better?
Probably.
Yeah, you take the most pride in defending.
Shots on ever really up in because when I'm like doing practice and I go try to go for a shot, it like either goes like directly to the left or the right. I'm trying to protect my hurt kits and stuff like that.
Well, so I'm learning a lot about soccer because, and it's got to be exciting that Franklin County High School is, we're getting big known for soccer, so it's kind of cool to be on the soccer team and be a part of that.
Yeah. Soccer's one of the most valuable watch sports, like the world. We're Billy keep to watch it popular.
Have you gone to see any of the friendlies or anything that's been around here the last couple of years? I know they've done some stuff in Nashville with it. I haven't either. My Miss Hand's cousin, Richie Chadwick, is the soccer coach for the Toulon and has been for 30 years. And so they do a lot of those kind of things. But I've learned, and we've been coming out and watching some of the high school, and I'm excited to get out and watch some of your games. Yeah. So thank you for sitting in with me. Good luck this season. Have a great season, all right? Okay. All right. Now I'll talk with you soon. That was Arrow Sims on air with me. And we're going to bring in, I've got some baseball guys before we go to our next break. And so we've got Jaden Engel and Boston Reynolds. What's up?
Hey.
Jaden and Boston, I was saying that. Boston, I was saying. See, you don't let him talk to me like that, Jaden.
Yeah.
Now, I had an opportunity to have your coach on the show a couple of weeks ago. And so I made him promise that once we got halfway through the season, he's going to come on and do an update. So you guys have had a few games now. The weather's messing some guys around a little bit. How's the season going so far?
We're 0-3 right now, but we just need to correct the mental errors. And I think we could straighten the season out and start winning ball games.
Well, you're in 8th grade.
Yes, sir.
Boston, what grade are you? You're in 7th grade. So what position are you about? Right. 7th. Where are you at now, JD?
I pitch, I play third, and I catch.
Because you've been got a little bit taller since you started, so that you haven't grown into first base yet, a bit tall.
I play with some, but we have other first basemen too.
Well, I'll ask you guys the same question I asked Arrow. Baseball is one of the sports that are combined. How is it playing with the little guys as well? Well, you have a good time with that. But now you play a lot of travel ball, right? So most of those guys you've played ball with for a long time. Yes, sir. So what about you, Jimmy?
It's fun because you get to meet a bunch of like different personalities, and you make a big group of friends.
Well, now I think did you get to play on the big field a couple weeks ago? Did you get rained out of that?
It got rained out.
So you haven't got to play on the big field yet. Because that's coming though, right? Is it extra special to play on that big fancy field? I haven't heard it. You haven't got to play on it yet?
Not yet.
Have you ever played it? You're in 8th grade. You've never played a game on that yet?
No.
Get on, Coach Browson. He was on it too because y'all were excited about that. That was going to be a lot of fun. We probably have the nicest high school field in the probably in all of Tennessee, definitely Middle Tennessee. So, what is it about baseball, Jaden, that you like? I know you did football and basketball as well. What is it about baseball that you enjoy the most?
It's one of the hardest sports because if you stop it for even just like 1 or 2 years, it's really hard to catch back up. Yeah. So you just have to keep working at it. So it's fun.
And I'll ask you too, Boston, because one of the hardest things to do in all sports is to hit a base path. I mean, I have cheerleader daughters and they argue about what's the hardest sport, but they looked it up. It wasn't just their old dad saying that. Google would tell you the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit baseball. So I ask every baseball player, that was my sport. So I'm fascinated by baseball. So Boston, when you go up to the plate what is it that, what are you thinking in your mind as you're preparing for those pitches?
Confident.
So you
Get ready.
can talk to yourself.
In my head.
What do you say to yourself? You can tell me. I won't tell you about me. I want to tell you. I want your grandmother to hear this because I know Miss.
Get the ball, confidence, get ready.
Right. Yeah. Do you do as you're walking up and you're getting prepared? You can't. And Jaden, you said you get this on the nail on the head. It's tough to hit a baseball. So when you're walking up there, have you studied this pitcher, or are you watching him, or are you just going up there and just wailing away?
When I'm on deck, I'm
Right.
getting ready.
How's that working for you? You having a pretty good season?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. What's the batting average? Come on now. I won't know if you're telling the truth or not.
I don't know.
But don't lie too. Don't round up too far.
I don't know the number, but I think like 2 balls. I've got walk points.
How about you, Jaden? You're the 8th grader. Have we left the yard yet?
No, sir.
Do you have any middle school home runs yet?
Not yet.
Well, we're going to do that this year, right?
Hopefully.
Your dad told me you were going to, and it's and I got to ask you guys because Coach Perry is he's a great guy. He's a lot of fun. How is he as a coach?
He's really fun to talk to, and he can joke around at times, but whenever it comes to games and practices, he gets really serious.
And that's what it's about. And what do you think?
Good coach.
He is a good coach.
When it's like game time, he's there.
Yeah, I laughed because when he came on the show a couple weeks ago, I invited him to come on, and he told me what he told y'all at practice. He was bringing the MVP at the practice, and it was the pitching machine. But he did tell me when he comes back and does his midseason catch up with him that he's going to bring some players with him. And so I look forward to talking with you guys a lot more at that time. But in the meantime, get out there and have a great season. We've got your schedule. We're actually coming out and planning on broadcasting one of the Michigan baseball games. So I look forward to getting out and getting the chance to see you in action. So I've had Boston here sitting there with me, Boston Reynolds, Jaden. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna take a real quick break. I've got people staring at me. The softball players are staring at me. I'm a little bit nervous, but we're gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere. This is the afternoon handoff. ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
For over 75 years, one thing has never changed in Winchesterton, and that's Hall Furniture. Since 1949, Hall Furniture has been more than just a place to buy furniture. It's been part of the homes, the memories, and the milestones of this community. From living rooms filled with laughter, to dining tables where families gather, to bedrooms built for rest and comfort. As we celebrate over 75 years in business, we want to say thank you. Hall Furniture, here's to another 75 years of helping you make a house feel like home.
At Citizens Community Bank, we're here to make your banking easy.
This Larry will be previously on the Paul Feinbaum Show.
You know what, Chris? Let me tell you something. Why don't you go catch your breath before commenting on somebody else's? And Paxaw Tuscaloosa Jim Duggan. Just shut up, because I could strike you out blindfolded, pitching underhand with both arms tied behind my back.
Okay, why don't we take a break? I'm pretty exhausted.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekdays at 3 Eastern on the ESPN app and on the SEC network.
With the latest from around FCHS and Rebel Nation.
The Rebel Report, every weekday, presented by Oaklawn Baptist Church, right here on ESPN Radio Winchester.
Welcome back to another Rebel Report. We've got plenty of exciting updates from Franklin County Athletics this week, so let's get started.
It's been a busy and successful stretch for our Rebel teams, especially on the baseball diamond. This Thursday night, the Rebels picked up a big win over Sequatchie County, with a final score of 3-2. It was a hard-fought game that showed the team's determination and ability to close out tight contests.
And the momentum didn't stop there. Last night, the Rebels were back on the field and earned another strong victory, defeating Community High School 9-6. The offense came alive, and the team did a great job holding off Community late to secure the win.
The Rebels will look to keep that momentum going tonight as they travel to Athens, Alabama for a game scheduled to begin at 6 p.m. We wish the team safe travels and the best of luck as they continue their season.
Now, on the softball side, the Revelettes are also preparing for a busy weekend. Tonight, they will travel to Tullahoma for a matchup scheduled for 5 p.m. Then on Saturday, they'll return home for an 11 a.m. game against Blackman. If you're in town, be sure to come out and support the Revelettes.
Franklin County Soccer boys team is making waves this weekend as they compete in the Smoky Mountain Tournament. The Rebels picked up a great 2-0 win over Seymour and will continue to play today.
The action doesn't stop there, though. The soccer team will continue in the Smoky Mountain Tournament as the tournament continues into Saturday. We wish them the best as they represent Franklin County and hope they continue their strong run.
In addition to athletics, our talented FCHS show choir will also be taking the stage this weekend. Their performances are scheduled for Friday the 13th at 6 p.m. and again on Saturday the 14th at 2 p.m.
If you get the chance, be sure to stop by and support these incredible performers. They've been working hard and always put on a fantastic show.
That's all for this week's Rebel Report.
Good luck to all of our Franklin County teams and performers this weekend.
And as always, go Rebels.
Located at 108 Memorial Drive in Winchester, Oaklawn Baptist Church is a place where families grow, faith is strengthened, and students are encouraged to live with purpose, which is why we're proud to sponsor the Rebel Report. Our mission is simple: introduce people to Jesus and build strong families through God's Word. Join us this weekend for Sunday school at 10 and worship to follow at 11. Learn more online at oaklawnbaptistchurch.org.
Is More Courtney Funeral Home, well, they're a fifth-generation funeral home taking care of the people of Franklin County since 1905. They're committed to serving you, dedicated to providing personalized, professional.
You're listening to ESPN Radio 1340 AM WCDT and 106.9 FM W295 AV Winchester, Southern Tennessee Sports. Franklin County's sports leader. This is ESPN Radio 1340 106.9 WCDT Winchester.
And
Local stories, real conversations. Southern Middle Tennessee sports, straight from the source. Hosted by the voice of Franklin County, Johnny Hand. Live from the studios of ESPN Radio Winchester. This is the Afternoon Handoff.
And welcome back. It is hour number 2, the Afternoon Handoff. Johnny Hand on the road, set up this afternoon at South Middle School. You are listening to ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester, hanging out here for Spring Sports Media Day. You can go ahead over to that ESPN Radio Winchester Facebook page and check us out I always say in studio. I'm not in the studio. In South Middle School with me now, hanging out in the media room from the Franklin County Middle School softball team. I've got Eliza Jackson, Kira Carter, and my cousin. She don't tell anybody that. Sadie Sales. It's okay. It's on my wife's side. You're not related necessarily to me by blood. She looked a lot more proud during the commercial break, didn't she? Well, ladies, welcome. I got an opportunity. I actually came out to the game last Friday, Coffee County game. Right? So I got a chance to come out and watch you ladies play a little bit. Softball season is going on. So let me. I'm going to go around here. What grade are you in?
Sixth.
Sixth grade?
Sixth grade.
Sixth grade?
Sixth grade.
All three of you are sixth graders? Well, how long have you been playing softball?
I've never played.
You've never played? Why are you playing now?
Because Coach Ranch said I should.
That's a great answer. You didn't play Little League or any of that stuff?
I played 1 year, but I didn't like it.
Oh, Jesus. I get my help back here in the back. You're a track star. Cross country. No, so she's one of those. How do they take a cross country person and tell them that they need to play softball?
Well, I did summer school, and she was the gym coach, and we were playing dodgeball, and I threw the ball hard, and she said that I should play.
So Coach Grant said, "Let's go."
Yeah.
How are you enjoying it so far?
I like it. It's like really nice.
What position are you in?
Second in outfield.
Awesome. Okay, so this is your first year as well. Have you played before?
Since I was 4.
4 years old, and now you're 6th grade. So that makes you 7, 8, 11. I'm married to a librarian. I don't do math. But how are you enjoying it? How are you enjoying the middle school side?
It's amazing.
Is it? What position do you play?
I play pitcher, shortstop, and left field.
Well, which is your favorite?
Probably left field.
Really? You're supposed to say pitching. Everybody likes to pitch. And so how are you enjoying? So you're at the middle school now. So it's obviously the competitions are a lot different than Little League and those kind of things. How are you enjoying that?
It's pretty nice.
And so Coach Grant, I finally talked her into coming on the show last week. She doesn't like to talk to people. But she's not like that at practice, right? She's quiet at practice too.
No.
I didn't think so. And we've been working on something. So Sadie, we're family, okay? So I need you to help me on this. I was surprised to find out that your biggest punishment when you get in trouble at practice is you have to run, but they call it the rebelette. That's what they call it at the high school level. And so we need to come up with a different name for the punishment. Rebelette's supposed to be a positive word, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to talk to me, say, we're family. You know your mom's watching. She's going to send me an ugly text message, so you have to say something. I'm just teasing. So you're 6th grade. This is your first year playing middle school. How much different has it been playing middle school than it was in Little?
It's more competitive, and we have to. Yeah, it's pretty much just more competitive.
Well, let me ask you, what positions are you playing?
I play usually first, and like sometimes that's when I feel like.
You like first base more? Yeah. Well, how is the adjusting to? Because a lot of people don't realize this. Because I play baseball. In baseball, of course, they come overhanded. With the softball, is it the riser? Is that what they call it? Is it how much more difficult has it been adjusting to middle school level pitching based on what you've been used to?
It's not that difficult, I don't think, because like me and Kira both played on the same travel ball team, so we kind of had to have that pitching the whole entire travel ball season. So
is that what you finding that to be the case too? Kira?
Yes.
It hasn't been as big. So I guess I'll ask you, what has been the biggest adjustment to middle school?
Well, just like more action in the outfield, because normally in like Little League, they're more in the infield, and it's easier to get the outs, but now it's a lot more harder to get the outs unless they're like pop flies in the outfield.
And that's what's so funny, because I played baseball forever before probably your parents were born even. But when you were in Little League, the worst player on the team is in right field. There's nobody ever hits it to the outfield, right? But when you get to the major leagues, the highest paid player on the team is the right fielder, because they do hit it out there, and that's the furthest throws it makes you have to have the strongest arm. So I think it's funny how all that switches around. So you've never played. No. What has been the most challenging part of learning a game?
Hitting.
How's that working for you?
It's hard. It's like hard.
Well, and I had this conversation with the baseball players a few months ago. That is the hardest thing in sports, organized sports, is hitting a baseball or hitting a softball. And so what are you doing how do you get yourself built up? How are you practicing to get better? What are some of the things that you're doing?
I'll practice with Coach Grant at practice, and we'll like hit off the tee. And then when I'm not home, I'll hit off the tee a lot.
Now, the tee it's kind of fun. Do you do a pitching machine or anything?
No.
Who pitches to you in practice?
The pitchers, like our pitchers will pitch.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Are you the practice pitcher?
One of them, yeah.
Have you ever hit her?
Yeah, I think I hit her once.
She is nodding her head like, yeah.
Yeah, I hit her once.
It's not bad. But what do you think? Because Sadie, is it just one time? That's not bad, right?
Yeah. Kira's hit me multiple times.
But Kira, I'm sensing a pattern.
Okay, I've gotten a lot more better with my pitching.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you because I talked to the baseball boys, and I know in baseball, softball, and soccer, one of the things that's unique to those sports at the middle school level is you combine and play with North Middle School as well. So you're actually Franklin County, you're the Rebelettes. How is it, Sadie, playing with both middle schools combined? Do you like that?
Yeah.
Well, what is there any kind of challenges to that, or it's just
I mean, since the team is like so big, we definitely have to fight for our spots more.
what do you think? I've got two Trojans here, and you've hit both of them. Have you at least hit a few of the Gators too?
Yes.
So you're an equal opportunity,
Yeah.
crushing back off the plate kind of guy.
I've hit more Gators than Trojans.
Well, I hope so. That's the idea. Well, how do you feel about playing with combining like that?
It's pretty nice because I've known a lot of the people that play on the middle school team for like a really long time.
Yeah. Well, because you do a lot of travel now. And so a lot of those girls you have played with for a few years before you got to this spot. Well, I'll ask you, Eliza, you're playing now with never played before. Now you got to go into a sport where North and South are combined. So there are a lot of players. How has it been adjusting that? The teammates taking great care of them?
Yeah, and just knowing that your spot is not permanent.
Right.
So you always have to like fight for your spot or become better every single time.
And that gives you a lot of motivation as a new player because if you put that work in and you earn it, then you're going to get that chance, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I want y'all to make sure that you tell Coach Grant that I was really nice to you because I'm afraid of her. She's quiet. Are you?
She's scary. She'll make you run.
Well, I want to ask you because I think it's pretty cool. You know, she played for Franklin County High School. So is that the game plan? We want to be Rebelettes for a few more. Well, gosh, y'all are sixth graders, so we got 6 more years.
And
Spring practice is getting ready to fire up there. You're going to be doing spring practice at the high school and here.
Well, we're going to do spring practice at the high school. You know, I gotta coach up my position the best I can for those guys. And then I think we're going to do our 2 weeks of spring practice will be right after that. I think it's going to be kind of the last. And so we spent the past 4 years in Arkansas, and my folks, they live in Birmingham. I got 2 young kids, and that's just that 10-hour tough drive. And so we started looking at other places. I looked a couple in Alabama, and just the opportunity to help rebuild something here in Franklin County. And you know, honestly, for me, as a coordinator, has the opportunity to work with a guy like Tracy.
Right.
You know, I mean, that was a big selling point for me.
For sure, defensive game.
I've done both, but yes, as far as coordinator goes, I've been defensive guy most of my career as a coordinator. Now, we won a state championship. I was receivers coach, quarterbacks coach. So I got a little bit.
Interesting.
So that was sort of the deal. I mean, and look, I left the program. Mountain Home, we had a wonderful program in North Arkansas. We played in 6A, and we started off the very first year I was there. We were 3-7, won a game of the playoffs. We ended up 4-8. Next year went 6-6, but then that last year we were 10-2, 6A state semifinals. And so that transition of, hey, we rebuilt the program. We worked hard to do that as a whole coaching staff. And so that was the idea of coming over here. We can do it. We're gonna work hard to do it. Things have changed, obviously, but Coach Reed he's very determined, very good personality guy. And so we're just very personality guy and as hard as we can.
Well, and I'll ask you then, one of the things with Coach Reed that I was impressed with when I talked with him, he's watched film even on the middle school games last year. So I would imagine that part of this gig here at South as the head coach, you'll still be working closely together with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That was sort of my deal when I was talking to everybody about it. You know, I've never been a middle school coach. I've been a head JV coach, and obviously I've coached my past 12, 13 years at the varsity level. And so the idea of moving over here was the intention of helping rebuild Franklin County football. That was. And, you know, when Coach Hayward got fired and there's all those different variables going around, weren't really sure. Nobody's really sure what's going on. And so, but the idea was I made a decision to come help rebuild Franklin County football. And this job at South is still in line with that commitment.
Well, I asked you, what do you think is going to be some of the biggest challenges at the middle school level? Because it is different. You're dealing a sixth grader and a 12th grader, the worlds apart, body size, speed.
Yeah. Obviously it's comparable though, right? The people playing are similar body types and things like that. So I think it translates very comparably, right? The weight room is not about getting them as massive and big and physically strong as it is teaching proper mechanics.
Right.
You know, that way when they do hit that next round of testosterone, probably between 10th and 11th grade, their mechanics and their form is there. So we're here to teach them right form and things like that. Yeah, maybe the concepts when it comes to actually football, they're not as complicated of concepts as they could grasp on a high school or especially a college level. But with the teaching levels, basic level of those concepts. So it's just a building block. And same thing if you were a kid playing Legos.
So what does Coach Thompson look like? What do our players expect? They're coming to practice and what, intense, thorough,
attention to detail, very, very process oriented. That's me as far as we have to take care of the little things because none of the big things come together in a good way without the little things. And we've got to, I think I said in the little short bit that I put out, like we are going to be attention to detail. We're going to be disciplined because you have to be if you're going to be any good. We've got to be blue collar, hard workers. That's what pays off is hard work. And we're going to have fun because we want to be fun to watch. The people that come watch our game, they pay money to come see us play. I've told my teams that. I told my position that. I've been a high school girls basketball coach, and I told them I was like, if you paid money to go watch a movie or a show and it turned out to be a bunch of crap, like you're gonna want your money back, right? And so these people, they pay money to see us play, and they deserve a good show, right? And that's the show we want to put on every game. I don't know if we're gonna play Monday, Tuesday. There's a meeting that we might play on Thursday, but whatever night it is, it's gonna be. We're
counting on you to play on Tuesdays.
I can't promise that there's other teams in that conference.
Well, and I can't keep up. I do the high school and both North and South, and from a coach's, or at least from my perspective, I think obviously Friday works best, but that's varsity day. But Thursday to me is so much better than a Monday, Tuesday. But once again, that's way outside my control. I'm gonna have a voice in it, but I'm just one voice in a room. Well, let me ask you, a lot of times when you take a head coaching position, you're inheriting a team that hasn't done very well. But
not here.
Well, and that's where I'm going. So are you excited about them? And the way I understand it, you're keeping most all the assistant coaches.
You know what? I'm very proud of that too, because those coaches, Rankin, Mays, Kendall, Duncan, I have not met Coach Wharton yet. But those guys, and I met with them last week. And look, I got to know Rankin and Mays during varsity season. Rankin even came and was helping me do some JV stuff. And so we developed a relationship. But talking to those guys, they love South Middle School. They love the kids. They have opportunities to go coach at a high school level. They have opportunities to go coach other places. And they love this place. And that speaks volumes to Dr. Brewer. That speaks volumes to this community. And that actually made my decision feel so much nicer to me personally in making that decision of coming to work at South Middle School. That those guys have options other places, and they love this place.
And I got to say, that's one of the things that I'm excited about because this is going to be my 20th season coming up in the booth. But I've talked to Rankin. I've known Josh for a long time. I talked to Johnny Mays a little bit earlier today. I talked to Kendall, and to a person, they're excited about working with you. Well, I wanted to make sure I pass that along.
Happy to hear that.
That is a good thing, but it's I think that continuity because we have had a couple of really good seasons, but everybody wants that trophy.
I do too. Don't worry, anybody out there listening, we're gonna do our best, put on a show and win whatever there is to win. I don't care if it's in Elk Valley, CTC, whatever. You give us a conference, they're going to try and win it.
They rename it all the time. I have to try to keep up with it. But well, I got to ask you, are you are going to be the head football coach here at South? Are you going to continue doing some other coaching duties as well?
You know, I was very, and you know, I saw you around too. I was very, very fortunate that after football, there was an open spot with Coach Wharton and Lester on the varsity basketball. And I want to keep doing that, but also I'm not sure if, you know, everybody's schedule is so much different and the time frame and what it takes. I'm not going to do something that's going to take me away from these guys here and the responsibility and what I need to do for these kids. That being said, if it works out, Coach Wharton and them, he's already told me that if everything works out, I'm going to keep doing that. I just don't know yet. It's too late. I mean, that's what it's.
Let's even answer right now, Coach.
You ain't get the political.
Obviously, but I do want to ask you because you said something interesting. You want people to feel like they got their money's worth. They're coming out. The game is about putting on a show with fans. But is that a hint of what kind of offense we can expect?
Well, now, granted, it is our job too at the middle school to make sure these kids are properly. We're going to give our kids the best chance when they move on from us to high school. That in ninth grade, they're ready to go, and they're not behind from at least the basic terminology standpoint, right? We're gonna base our defense the same as what Coach Reed and those guys went with high school,
right?
And with a lot of the same terminology and tendencies on offense as well. So it's going to be new. We haven't had a ton of time to sit down and do that, right? But to answer your question, no, I can't 100% answer. Hey, that's not some hint. What it's going to be, though, we're going to play a style of football that people around here are going to enjoy.
But and that, by the way, that was a trick question, because that's the right answer. Because the truth is you don't know what you have, and so
it's in college, you know, and that's what I think a lot of. And I'm not saying this about any particular person, but a lot of coaches fall into the trap of being wed into their system, right? This is in college. You don't get to recruit the type of guys that fit your system. Like, get what you get. Now, granted, you train those players and you teach them to do things that fit into an overall make a good football player. But those have to be tweaked. Some years you have some really big guys. Sometimes you have small guys that can run like the wind. Sometimes you don't. And so you can't just say, well, we're going to run a lot of jet sweep. Well, this year maybe you don't have too many guys that can run a lot of jet. And maybe you don't have a quarterback that can really push it down the field. And at the middle school level, that's an adjustment as well, right? A good quarterback at the middle school level, maybe he can push it down the field 25 to 40 yards, where a real top-end quarterback at the high school level, I mean, he's pushing it 40 to 65. Right? I know 65 is kind of crazy, but there's some guys who can it. So stretching out the field is a lot different at this level as well. So we'll see what we got. I'm kind of excited. Rankin and them are very excited about kids we have coming back. There's no reason not to be excited about guys we have coming back.
Absolutely. Well, I'll ask you. So, if somebody would say, Coach Thompson, what is your football philosophy?
It's one of those four things that I put, right? Being a disciplined team, attention to detail, blue collar. Those are, I'm a very much the attention to detail part. And because when you do those, you're able to do so many different things. And I know that's sort of sidestepping the question in a way, but when you really break down athletics, it doesn't matter if you're talking about baseball or football, basketball, soccer, whatever. If you find a team that's really good at the basic level stuff, those are the ones that can do a lot of higher level stuff. There's not very many teams that can go out there and put up 70 points, but they're not really good at just baseball. They're not very good at taking a snap, or not very good at just handing it off. Well, those teams don't exist. And so we got to be a team that starts from the building blocks, and we'll turn into what, when's our game? Late July now. Good Lord, we play so early. I remember. I guess I'm old. Not old.
My wife enjoyed that way too much, by the way.
Hey, we didn't go to school until September 15th, after Labor.
See, I grew up north, and so we didn't go to school. And that was what was really fun on the high school last year. Football was fun. We played that New Jersey team. it was our second game. It was their first game, and they hadn't gone back to
They
school
had not gone back to school yet.
because it wasn't. And so I'm with you on that.
Well, they were ready to play up.
But here's the thing. But it has gotten a little bit better because the last couple of seasons, your first game was actually before classes went back in. So that's not the case this year. That's a little bit better, but that's still going to be kind of challenging.
I haven't really looked at the schedule yet, which I was told that's sort of I have a meeting with Elk Valley.
Well, it's not finalized.
And so we still got some work to do on that. I'm sure you know more about some of those things than I do.
Well, I should. That's why I hate telling people how long I've been doing it because they think you ought to be better at it than I am.
Well, we're gonna make sure we got a full schedule and a schedule that the goal,
So that hasn't been finalized yet. Just to be clear, it hasn't been. I haven't seen it either because I know.
I'll tell you this, and I guess outside of me and a couple other people, you'll be the first to know. I got a meeting on April 6th.
April the 6th.
So I'll know a little more after.
Joe wrote that down on the calendar. April 6th, South will finalize.
Well, we're going to talk about finalizing.
No, you said April 6th. Wrote it down.
Yeah, well, I got to meet some folks.
Well, they ought to have that stuff figured out.
They really should.
And so, I want to ask you then. So, wins, losses aside, I'm not asking. That's not the question. Your first season, because again, and I didn't realize this. I knew you had an extensive high school football coaching background. And didn't realize your first middle school experience. I'm not asking wins and losses, but your first season has come to a close, and I'm to tell you, you're going to have a successful season. What does that look like to you?
I think there's two. Well, first off, the school I was at down in South Alabama, our JV, we were a private school,
right?
And our JV was 7 through 9. So as I was thinking that, because I had told my wife, I coach middle school kids when I was thinking about this, and she was like, "Oh, where you at?" So where? Tell me, because you obviously know more about it. And she reminded me of that. I was like, well, you're right.
Well, duh, she's your wife.
No, she's very smart. She works at Cal. Look, there'll be two separate answers to that. Because there'll be the one, to me personally, a successful season is winning whatever counts. Like, to me personally, I won't be satisfied without that. Okay? That doesn't make it unsuccessful in the grand scheme of things. That doesn't make it a bad season, anything like that. Just to me personally, that's what it takes. And now as far as the program goes, the kids go, it's a developmental. You see at the end of the season that your kids are doing things better than they were in the beginning. You're playing maybe not harder, because I expect them to play really hard the first game, just like the last game. But you're seeing them communicate better. You're seeing them do the little things better. You're seeing them operate more smoothly, because they will be more smooth at the end than the beginning. And those are the type things that are successful on a program level. And on a personal level, that is
championship of butt.
It is. On a personal level, that's what it is. That's just how I am. But there are two answers.
Well, and that's not a bad answer, by the way. Because I just didn't want to put pressure on you. I do, but I do want to tell you this: we've been in Elk Valley. I think it's only been like 4 seasons. Might only be 3, but we've never won the Elk Valley Championship. So I'm gonna put you on the spot, Coach. Elk River Valley Championship.
You can put it on the spot. We're going to work for it.
4 years. So we've been in
There's obviously some good teams in there too, because there's been some good players come through South.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from Elk Valley. I ain't sitting here trying to say that it's going to run through anything, but there must be some good. There must be some good.
Right. Well, there is. And
they would be playing football. They suit up just like we do, and I guarantee they're about to have a spring practice that is hard on their players.
And we're going to make it tough on them. It's not going to be. Nobody's going to want to come to the Boulevard, right?
Sure.
Oh. But now I got to put a little pressure on you, because I know North is playing every game at the new high school. Is that something
I'd be lying if I said, "Hey, we're going to play every game." That's Tim's Ford. I'd be lying.
I know somebody. We probably make that. We know Coach Jolly runs all that stuff. We can make that.
He could mow us down and paint us a field.
That's not a recommendation, by the way.
Coach Jolly,
don't bring that up to me. He'll make poor little Brett go out there and start mowing. So we don't.
I did talk to Coach Reed about that, because when we had the conversation about what if we go to Thursdays?
Right.
Because I think
North plays on Thursdays.
and he doesn't want double booked, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, which I thought, we have two fields. We have one on the boulevard and one at the school. So I mean, look, I don't know, but if Elk Valley does move our games to Thursdays, obviously there has to be something. But we have two fields in town, and they're both nice fields.
Sure. Well, listen, I want to thank you for taking the time to stop by and talk to me. Have you gotten the chance to get a tour of the building yet?
I did. Dr. Brewer and Rusty, they took me around. I guess, look, I've only been in the school, but
Right.
This is like my third or fourth time in the school.
Nice field house.
It's a very nice. Everything about the school is very nice. Which honestly, if you look at the facilities in our county, are really wonderful. I haven't been, not that I've been to every elementary school.
Right.
I've been in Cowan. It's a very nice elementary school.
Both adults.
I've been in both adults. Both middle schools are top notch. The high school is very, very nice. So I mean, us as a county, we have very, very nice facilities, and so I've been very proud of what we have, and the kids and us as adults as well. We have to understand that we are very blessed with the facilities that we have, because there's schools that are same size, similar economic situation that don't have as nice a stuff as we just have. And so those are things to understand and be humble about and be very grateful in our county that we do have those things. And that kind of gives you all the more reason to go work hard, because you don't just want to, like, we got to work hard for what we got.
Yeah. Well, all the tools are in the toolbox.
Yeah. I mean, we have.
We're not at a disadvantage from the start. That was awesome. Hey, well, thank you for stopping by, and I enjoyed getting the opportunity to talk with you. Very excited about having you on board, especially after you told me I could come back for my 20th year. I appreciate that.
It's all me, guys. Tell those stories.
They don't want to say that because they may blame you for that.
That's okay.
And I'm excited. I enjoyed, like I said, Rankin was actually here earlier, and Coach Johnny Mays was here. I talked to Kendall at the last track meet, and I mean, the staff is excited and ready to get to work. And so we're excited to have you with us.
I think that's part of the thing too. We sit down able to talk, but I mean, at this point, we ain't done nothing.
Right.
And that's how I look at it. We haven't done anything, and I need to get to work.
Right.
I need to get to work.
Right. We're gonna find you a green shirt before you get out of here. But
I want that sweatshirt you got. That's good. Anybody who saw that picture that showed it to, I want one of those sweatshirts.
I know somebody.
Okay. I need to know somebody.
I know the librarian's been here 21 years. Certainly we can find us a sweatshirt somewhere.
Hey, thank you so much.
I appreciate you. We're really excited about it.
Well, I'm excited.
So once again, sitting in with me, we're going to wrap her up. This is head coach, Gail Thompson, South Middle School Trojans. Go Trojans. So you've been listening to, we're going to get headed back over to Julie, wrapping it up. This has been the afternoon handoff on location, South Middle School, ESPN Radio 1340, 106.9 WCDT Winchester. Tune in tomorrow, starting lineup at 7 o'clock. And handoff back in studio at 2. Good night, everybody. God bless.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay,